morning. Good morning, Chairman Lee, Ranking Senator Klobuchar. My name is Luther Lowe. I'm the Senior Vice President of Public Policy for Yelp. I'm here today on behalf of Yelp CEO and co-founder Jeremy Stoppelman, who unfortunately had to stay in San Francisco and manage our company's response to the coronavirus outbreak. We appreciate the subcommittee permitting us to have a presence in light of these extraordinary circumstances. Yelp exists to empower and protect consumers. The service allows people to share detailed and passionate ratings and reviews about local businesses. In turn, local businesses providing exceptional service can establish and promote themselves online. A common way Yelp is first accessed is when users discover the service through a Google search result. This story is true of millions of websites and apps. Google was the original gateway to the web. I'm here today to speak about how Google betrayed the web through its self-preferencing and how this conduct both stifles competition and directly harms consumers. Today, when a mom does a search for a pediatrician in Salt Lake City on Google, instead of being matched with the best information from across the web, she's unwittingly steered into an objectively lower quality set of information hosted on Google's secondary pages. Local searches like this are the most common type of search on Google. Americans encounter this form of deceptive self-preferencing on Google at least 1 billion times a week. Google once touted itself as a turnstile to the internet, an intermediate step before users arrived at their ultimate destinations on the web. Just before Google's IPO, Larry Page, the co-founder, was asked what he thought about walled gardens and portals of the earlier internet. Page said, "At Google, we take the opposite approach of the walled gardens. We want to get you out of Google and to the right place as fast as possible. In fact, that's the whole point." Google's approach made it the engine that oxygenated the web as we once knew it and unlocked incredible investment and innovation. It's, in fact, difficult to decouple the rise of Google the turnstile from the rise of Web 2.0, the term Tim O'Reilly popularized, which describes the rise of social and long-form user-generated content services like Wikipedia. In roughly the first decade of its existence, Google was the anti-self-preferencing agent of the internet. It served as an unbiased and impartial matchmaker sitting between consumers and all the web had to offer. Google grew on this promise of a web-shaped Google, but instead, we got a Google-shaped web, to everybody's detriment. Google search results used to contain only 2 types of information, the organic tin blue links and ads. Around 2007, it rolled out a new category of information, answer boxes, which lived above the tin blue links. Sometimes bypassing information sourced from the web to populate an answer box made sense, like when a user searches for 2 + 2, showing a 4. But it became clear that in serving answers for local search results, like Auto Mechanic Minneapolis, the strategy was designed to hobble competition while providing a veneer of consumer benefit. This isn't purely speculative. A leak of internal company documents to the Wall Street Journal in 2015 showed Google developed an algorithm that ran alongside its primary organic algorithm to observe the tin blue links results and inject Google's house products above the organic results when services like TripAdvisor or Yelp appeared in those tin blue links. In other words, the algorithm functioned effectively as, if Yelp's the best result, then show Google instead. The Wall Street Journal story left many puzzled as to why the FTC chose not to prosecute such flagrant self-preferencing at the expense of consumers and competition. Regardless of how one may have felt at the time, today it's probably safe to say the FTC's decision in early 2013 to end its 18-month investigation into Google's conduct instead of taking meaningful action has not aged well. Google's deceptive self-preferencing, especially in the local search market, is creating clear anti-competitive effects. Consumers are paying the price. Ending Google's abusive local search practices will not only result in a better experience for consumers and small businesses, it will erode Google's dominant control over the way people find and connect to information online. We've faced challenges like this before, and antitrust law and policy has proven up to the task. The efforts of this subcommittee and enforcement bodies across the globe to rein in Google's self-preferencing and restore real competition to local search are paramount. Thank you once more for the opportunity to testify.
Thank you.